After that, Eric's going to do his puppet theater. Dirty puppet theater coming to you live from Eric. Filthy puppet theater coming to you from Eric. However, at this point in time, I want to talk to some cops out there.
What?
I'm going to talk to some cops.
Oh, man.
Now, here's, I'm about to get my arse, like, seriously, like, whatever, right?
I don't agree with anything that...
Well, you do.
Says.
You do.
I don't
here's
know.
why.
I don't know. Who the fuck are you? Get out of there.
I'm talking about police brutality against animals. There's a growing number, now you have to understand I'm not naive. When I say growing number of videos and things available online, it's because there's a growing number of technology and databases, and, you know, obviously things stack up. You know, we don't have videos from 200 years ago because it didn't exist. The brutality of nations throughout history, I'm sure, has been extreme. The fact is, we are supposed to be an enlightened nation. So with that enlightenment, we are supposed to have some sort of an understanding, to be a little bit more caring, to be a little bit more sensitive to the surroundings, and to, you know, to the very nature of what is going on. And with the sophistication of today's technology, you would think that police and the people that act in the authority figures would have more information, you know, available to them. They'd be able to act better or be able to deal with situations much better than they are. But that isn't so. Case after case, you have the case of the captain who drove his ship into the rocks, and suddenly you've got a ship that they're going to spend a year trying to salvage now because of, you know, whatever technology and stuff was involved in that he relied too heavily on, and not enough on his own, you know, intelligence. And so doing so, he ignored these obvious warning signs, right? So with that, you've got police that are sitting there and they've got this information available to them as for, you know, like video surveillance and all these other things, and they can't determine if an animal is hazardous to their health when they go in to do raids and stuff. Here's my point, police, law officers, and general authority people in general. Please stop being cruel to the people, to the animals that we call pets. It's not warranted that the people that are breaking the law in under the law. Now, when I do quotes, it's because the laws are not just in such cases. If you're doing a marijuana raid, for example, it is not within your right to shoot an animal that is coming up to just merely greet you. I've seen video after video of what is deemed fairly friendly animals being shot cruelly by police or authority figures. It's appalling. And I'm not one to ever say I would never ever tell somebody to commit a crime, because I believe very fairly that you never ever commit crimes. But at the same time, you know, when the authorities are acting unjustly, when the laws are wrong, what does the average person do? There was a video I watched and it broke my heart. It was where this family was pulled over by a squad car for a mistake, and that was the frickin' irony of the whole situation. They pulled them over and they weren't even the right people, and it was on police surveillance camera where this dog got out of the vehicle and ran towards the one officer, and he shot it point blank in the head with a 12-gauge shotgun, and the reaction of the family broke my heart. In that case, and I would, like I say, never condone an eye for an eye, they should drag that police officer's family before their pet, with their kids, and traumatize them, because like I said, I would never condone that. I'm saying that's wrong. And I'm saying you wouldn't do that. So why would you do it to somebody else? Okay, so this is...
Well, we have...
Think about it, and this is to the cops out there. Start thinking about what you do when you put on that uniform. Because I look at you guys and I say... Because I used to wear a uniform too. And I'm telling you right now, puff your chest out with pride, because you've got a job that is really hard. But start thinking when you go into those situations. Because you represent what is good in this nation, or you're supposed to. And if you stop believing in that, And get the fuck out of your job.